हम थोड़ा सा टर्न कर. Let's start with live. स्टार्ट कर दे. So, hello everyone. How is everyone doing? Doing great? Okay. So, how many of you are from college freshers? Can you guys raise your hand? In the meanwhile, they are setting up. Let's do a chit chat. Three. You three. Any boy? No. All are experienced apart from them? Working in some company. Okay, perfect. How many of you have already a background in data specific domain? Or maybe any of your colleague is working in that particular domain? Anyone? Two people, three, four, five, five people. Okay, perfect. So today's workshop agenda is quite interesting, right? How data skills can lead to financial freedom. Makes a lot of sense, right? What is the meaning of this financial freedom? Anyone who is aware about this thing? Before we will move ahead with respect to the today's agenda, this financial freedom, how many of you heard this term, financial freedom? Oh, not even 50% of the class. Financial freedom, what is the meaning of that?
We don't have to rely on our employer for generating or managing our finance.
Okay. One thing he said that, what's a good name?
My name is Shaurya.
Shaurya said that we do rely on the employment thing, right? Our monthly salary we usually get after the end of the month to fulfill our needs or desires. Okay. Any other? Yes. What's a good name? Himanshu said assets which is used to generate enough income that okay we will be able to fulfill all our needs, right? Perfect, makes sense. Any other point? Anyone? Why it is required? कर तो रहे हैं काम, हर महीने सैलरी आ रही है, why it is required? कम पढ़ रहे हैं. That's a good answer. Huh? Okay.
They are slave to money.
Okay. Very good
Financial
point.
freedom is basically freedom from money.
Perfect. So until or unless we don't have enough money, as he said very correctly, we are slave, right? At that point of time. मजा नहीं आ रहा है काम करने में, करना पड़ेगा because bills तो भरने हैं, right? If someone is married तो आगे अगर बच्चे भी हैं तो उनकी फीस भी भरनी है, right? Everything is quite expensive and we need to take care of each and everything, right? There is a lot of family pressure, maybe parents are there, we need to fulfill each and everyone's demand, right? So anyhow, many people, can we say how much is the percentage of people who are slave for money and not working genuinely because they love to work at that point of time? Any percentage? Not 100%. Come on, not 100%. Not 100%. More than 90% we can say. है ना? Because we all know what is financial freedom, but we feel it's very difficult to achieve that, right? Because we always are in a comfort zone and we don't want to be in a habit that we will be flexible enough to learn new skills, right? uh, to do a better investment, to have that financial literacy, because no one teaches us in school, in colleges. Everyone teaches us how to get a job, but how to do the better investment in order to survive in that job, how to get that skill set, no one teaches us, right? So we will start with this topic only. So by the way, how many of you are already aware about me? Anyone who have previously maybe have learned something from me in any of the platform, or maybe on LinkedIn, on YouTube, you have seen me. Where? Okay.
And one of my friends is also participating.
Okay. Uh-huh.
We have already interacted on LinkedIn.
Oh,
Same.
oh, okay. Apart from these two people, so let me first of all introduce myself. Um, my name is Priya Bhatia, and it's been almost 2+ years of experience in industry I have. After that, a few months back only, I have opened my own platform of Tech for All with Priya. It's been almost again 2+3, or you can say 4 years of experience I have, where I am teaching the subjects of data science, DSA. So the journey started when I started pursuing my masters in AI from IIT Hyderabad. So at that point of time, I thought that why not to give it a try, to teach as well as learn. So that is where I started my journey, and then from there it's never ending. I started enjoying that process, and today I'm as of now full time into this particular part where I love to teach. I love to do the research part on data science per se. So yes, my specialization is in this AI domain itself, and currently I'm working in a research core area as well, plus side by side I'm teaching as well. So this is a bit about me. Now, moving ahead, let's go to the next slide. Right, this is the agenda of today's session, where first of all we will discuss about financial freedom, what are its benefits. Then we will talk about data skills and its opportunities. Then we will talk about how data skills can lead to financial freedom, because that is our today's topic, right? Then what are the essential skills which is required to master this data skill, and only that person. It is mentioned one person, I think you also have heard this news. He's from IIT, then went to IIM, and then went to some great company, tier one company, and then commit suicide, right? So these kind of news are very common nowadays. People who are from a very good college, right? We usually have a dream to went to IITs, IIMs, and then went to tier one companies, have a package of crores, and after that we won't be able to handle the pressure at the end of the day. And what we usually do, ultimately, because they won't be able to talk to anyone, they don't have any personal relationships, which is very very important nowadays. That's why they took that step. So in that journey, health is quite important. If you will pay attention towards your health, towards your mental being, emotional being, which all comes again from the money itself, right? Quality food, you all know junk food is not that much expensive. If you will go to Burger King and buy some burger, it normal burger will cost you how much? 50, 53, that much, that's it, right? But if you will go to buy some quality food, maybe even a salad also, you will feel it's expensive, it's not cheap, and there is a reason behind that. So if you want that quality food, that hygiene, again you have to pay expenses. After that, safety. Now, how many of you, at least I have seen when I shifted to Bangalore, many people are staying. There is a small quarter, and then many people are staying in one room because the rent is very, very high. Their salary is very, very low. So that comfort will, again, safety and comfort will come when you have money, right? You can automatically stay in a 2 BHK flat or 3 BHK flat. After some point of time, you can buy your own flat if you have that money, right? So again, that comfort life, that safety will come automatically when you have that enough money. Options. You have an option, right? That whether should I work 9 to 5 or I can leave my job and start my own venture. If you don't have a backup, if you don't have a money, how can you even think about this? You will always be, burdened with so many hustle in your life. You can't even think, you can't even give a thought because you have to pay expenses, right? That is the major issue. So again, that option is only for those people who are having this financial freedom, not for them who don't have courage to take risk, right? Everyone cannot take risk. Again, risk should be calculated, right? If let's say your parents are suffering from some bad disease, you can't take a risk because you know that you have to work hard in order to pay that bills, right? You cannot take risks at that point of time. Experiences, you can travel, you can take a lot of experiences, you can attend any workshop, you can go anywhere you want, right? Again, stress automatically gets reduced and the freedom is there. Whatever you do, whatever you want, you can do at your own pace, at your own ease. Let's say today you like AI, tomorrow you like sports, day after tomorrow you want to become musician. Anything you can do if you have enough money, right? No one will stop you. Even parents will also not say that okay, you cannot do this thing, because they know he or she is earning well, and if they want to do, they can do, right? So I was reading a few days back this novel of Make Epic Money. I would suggest you guys also just give it a read. There they have mentioned, it's by Ankur Wariku. Wealthy people don't build their lives around a salary, but they use their time and ideas to create multiple income streams. They work for money, but they also put their money to work. So this is one of the most interesting quote which I found in that novel, which says that the people whosoever you will see have achieved this financial freedom, they're not relying on that 9 to 5 job. Nowadays we have so many opportunities, right? We have so many multiple ways to increase our income. We have so many ways to build a passive income resources. But how many of you are doing? Not even single student raised the hand. You can see. We are lagging that opportunity. Why? We are not in a world where we don't have that opportunities. If you will go try to share your knowledge, people are eager to listen that, right? How people will get to know about me? Because I tried few years back to share my knowledge. Otherwise, today no one knows me, who I am. And it's not that I have achieved something big out of the box. That's why, these things are happening. No, I'm as simple as you guys are. I don't have any, something amazing in my head. Nothing. It's just the hard work plus the smart work, right? Whatever you are learning, whatever you are doing, whatever strengths you have, try to showcase that to the people. Then only people will know you. Then only they will respect you. Then only they will pay you whatever you want, right? The only thing is people are not doing that thing. And when I'm saying multiple income streams, apart from saying this stuff that you will do multiple jobs, freelancing or those stuff, how many of you put their money into some, long term achievements, like for example mutual funds? How many of you are aware about what is equity based fund, what is a debt free fund, what is the long term investment, what is the meaning of that, what is the mutual fund, right? Many of you are not even aware, right? Stocks, the way our parents used to save the money in the FDs, many people nowadays are doing the same trend. But things have changed, many things have come, but no one teaches us, so we don't know. But we have a YouTube, we have a internet, and those who have their own smartphone, internet, they can learn anything from anywhere they want, right? So the only thing is, try to have that literacy also, that you will learn. If let's say I'm earning, I will try to make sure that I will try to do the investment in such a way that I will be able to get better returns, more than at least the inflation that we have, right? So these things are something which is again very, very important to understand. Now, how this data skills came into picture when we're talking about this financial freedom, right? We have seen financial freedom, what is that, why it is required, what are the benefits we have, but how this data skills came into picture in that sense. See, you should know that at what point of time, what thing is important to learn. If you are now currently in 2024 is not flexible enough to learn, to see where the trend is going, then you, after some point of time, you will feel that you are outdated in terms of learning, in terms of having that opportunity, that okay, nowadays on a daily basis some research is going on. How many of you have heard about Devin AI software engineer? Everyone, right? We will see the video as well. So the only point is, instead of having that fear that whether we will be lose our jobs, why not we are learning the stuffs and try to make that as a companion, where we will try to see that how we can utilize those tools in order to get something out of it. So basically, whenever we are talking about data skills, the very first thing is, you will see nowadays any product, any company, they are somehow using these data skill set, maybe data engineering, data scientist, data analyst, because these things, these skill sets help them to build their revenue, to make their company profitable. That's the very first number thing. And that's why you will see that their packages are very high as comparable to the other domains that we have, right? So when we're talking about data skills, first thing came is data analysis. What data analysts people do? They try to analyze the data with the help of which people can take their informed decisions, right? They will try to identify opportunities where there is a lag, and accordingly they can drive their business growth. So be it any company, why they are hiring data analysts? Obviously in order to increase their revenue, right? In order to grow their business. And how they can grow? By seeing the data and making the informed decisions. Second thing is data visualization. So those who are having data skill set, they are equally focused on visualization part. What is the meaning of visualization? Visualization, graphical representation, right? If let's say you are trying to showcase anything to your client, to the stakeholders, they can't understand your code. If you will write a code, Python code, and you will say that, okay, in this case, outliers are coming up, they will be like, what nonsense they are saying, right? What is the outliers? I don't know. So you have to somehow represent the things in such a way that other person will also able to understand who is not from this domain. That's where this visualization came into picture, where you will try to graphically represent via charts, graphs, dashboards. You will try to simplify any of the complex information in that sense, and improves the understanding and decision making, because you are not alone. Don't consider that if you have some expertise, other person will also have. So the important thing in this specific domain is your communication skills. How better you will be able to explain to anyone any kind of a project, right? To any of the client, to any of the stakeholder, because maybe you are aware about the stuff, you are aware about the packages in Python, other person may not be, right? Third important thing is predictive analytics. Third focus of data skills is predictive analytics. What is the meaning of that? Let's say I have a historical data. Now, depending upon my history of data, let's say I have tried to open my own startup. So, depending upon, let's say I'm trying to, sell my courses. I want to see how is the trend, right? On the basis of which course should I launch next? So, what will happen? It will try to mitigate the risk. Obviously, I will try to launch those courses who is having more demand, accurate planning, and try to again increase the profitability of my startup that I have. Last thing is data-driven marketing. In all the companies, whatever product they are launching, right? They have to see what are their customers. For example, let me again take example of some edtech company. Maybe if they're launching the course of 9th, 10th class students, maybe mathematics or physics or chemistry, in that case, they will try, the target audience will be those kids, right? If let's say we are launching the course of data science, youngsters, right, who wants to enter into this domain. If let's say we want to go into statistician part, the people who are more inclined towards the research. So that is where target audience will get changed, and accordingly the marketing will be done, right? So again, all these things will help in terms of improving the conversion rate and return of investment. So all these four skills, you can see, in a way helps me to increase my revenue, to generate the sales. Whatever products I am looking into, all these will help me to increase the profitability, and that is the main reason why this domain, people are ready to give you the higher chunks of money as well, because you are helping them to increase their profitability if you will properly analyze their data, right? If you know what is the crucial aspects you have to focus on, if you will try to concentrate on those aspects, definitely they will be ready to pay you whatever you are expecting, right? So let's move ahead. So now the question is, the today's session is all about this only, that how is this skills? We have talked about data skills. Four categories. What are those? Data analysis, predictive analytics, data visualization, done. Data driven marketing. Very good. Great. Super. So now we need to see that, okay, how this skill set can lead to financial freedom. It's been 2 years almost uh, when I shifted to Bangalore from Hyderabad. I was in IIT Hyderabad, and then I came here for the job per se. From that time itself, to be very frank, I'm talking about my experience. The knowledge of Excel helps me to analyze my investments, to track that how much on a monthly basis I'm spending, to check it out where I can stop that flow of money, right? To check it out that, okay, where I am getting that low percentage of interest, and maybe I can stop that particular SIP or used to go for the another one. All these analysis, I'm saying personal investment thing can be done. So budgeting, expense tracking, and I'm not kidding it. Every month I have a folder where if you will ask me, Priya, maybe what's the date today? 16th March 2022. What expenses you have done on a daily basis? I used to track. So this is what can be done. If I don't have a knowledge of Excel, I can't do, right. I can't track. I can't see on commuting how much expenses you have made maybe last month. Can you show? I have everything to track. It's been 2 years and the journey is phenomenal. I know that how much expenses I have done every month. I know how much are the needs of mine, necessities are there, and how much is I'm spending on a desire per se, maybe going for a movie or anything like that. Second important thing. So first thing is obviously if you will not track your expenses, how the financial freedom will come. If you don't even know currently how much money you have and how much money you want to retire, how many of you know this thing? What is the number? How much money you know that is required today so that you can retire maybe after few years? And if you know the number, how much time it will take to you to retire? How many of you know? See, again, zero. These things are very, very important. And all these analysis only you can do via the knowledge of Excel. Gone are those days where we used to sit via pen and paper, do the calculation, have a calculator. Now everything we can do in a one tool. We can try to visualize the things as well via dashboarding. There are tools like Power BI, Tableau. So I'm talking about as of now personal thing. If you do any job or not, at least you should have this knowledge. Then only you can think about the financial freedom which we're talking about today. At least after going back to the workshop, the key takeaway, whichever questions I'm asking, and you're saying you're not aware, you haven't even think about it. At least today, go and think about that thing. That how much monthly income, let's say you are saying that, I want to retire after 5 years. I can do a lot of effort in these 5 years because I am a bachelor, I have a time, I don't have that much commitments, my parents are healthy. So I will do maybe a lot of work, maybe multiple income streams I'll try to create. So in that case, how much monthly income you should earn so that after 5 years you can easily retire? How much monthly interest in terms of percentage you should have so that you will be able to survive as a monthly, your rents will be done, EMIs will be done, loans will be done. How much money you want? If you want to marry after 5 years, how much expenses required? How much, wonderful marriage you want? It's very easy to think about destination wedding, but it's difficult to implement until or unless you don't have any plan, right? If you have someone, if you're in a relationship, ask from him or her. Try to discuss. All these things are very, very important nowadays. I'm not joking it. Otherwise, in future you will be in a trouble, and again you will be a slave of that 9 to 5 job. Investment analysis, decision making. That's the next point which I already have conveyed. So you will analyze your investment, accordingly make a decision, informed decision, whether you should buy a flat now or maybe after few years, depending upon how much interest rate, how much by which rate in Bangalore flats are increasing, right? Similarly, financial planning you can do. So all these things are personal things which can lead to financial freedom and which requires the knowledge of data skills. High earning potential, important point. As I told you that today job market, if I will talk about, you can go in any domain, be it in healthcare, be it in finance, any banking domain, right? Crypto, anywhere if you will go, the need of data specific domains is very, very huge. And depending upon that, the package is also very high, right? Any idea how many of you are aware that as a fresher, let's say in Bangalore, how much is the average salary of a data scientist? If let's say they're coming from tier 2 or tier 3 college, because maximum majority will be from that only. Any idea? Uh-huh. Any idea? What he said? 60,000 per month. Okay. Can you talk in terms of CTC? Yes, around 7 to 8. And if let's say we're talking about a normal software engineer or in a testing domain, as a fresher, if they're hiring, how much is the salary? Right? Almost double you will be able to get if you start your journey from this point. And if you hold experience after every switch, I'm not kidding it, I have seen it. People are switching by, hike of 50 to 100%. And that's very normal. It's not something which I'm saying that, okay, it's out of the box. Many, I would say, average people are doing this thing once they are starting gaining experience in this domain. That's why I'm saying there is a very high earning potential with respect to this particular domain that we have. And last important point is that we will be easily able to create a passive income streams with respect to this part. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of passive income? Anyone? Okay. Any other definition? Any example? With respect to this data domain, how can we create a passive income? Huh? How? First thing, yes, by freelancing. There are so many websites where you can go and directly uh, pick up the project, serve that thing to the client, and if they are happy, you can be a long-term, holder in that particular project. They will directly come to you. You can directly connect with them. Yes, freelancing is one way. Second, think about it. Blog writing. I don't know how many of you are aware that, but writing also gives you money. Medium articles, if you will have that many followers and if you're writing the blogs, they are getting a lot of attraction. Again, you will get that money also. Even on LinkedIn, if you have a good followers, so people usually reach out to you that can you just post us for marketing purpose again, right? And they will pay you whatever you are expecting. Maybe as a starting, if you have a good followers, 2K, 3K, you can ask per post and they will give you. And after that, as the time progresses, you can demand more as well. Any other thing? Video editing? Yes. Huh? Social media, yeah, LinkedIn, and that we have covered up. Many people are working on creating the courses, right? Once you create the course properly, you can, in a proper studio, you have recorded that with the proper audio, proper video. And once you have done it, you can, there are so many platforms nowadays we can create our own platform, we can buy the domain name, launch in our own platform. At every point of time, it's a one time task where you have shared your knowledge again, maybe on YouTube, maybe on your own courses, and whenever people will buy, you will get a income. That's again a passive income, right? Any other thing? Affiliate marketing, what is the meaning of that? How many of you are aware about affiliate marketing?
Can market on your blogs or YouTube and Amazon and these companies will pay you if people are buying through your.
Yes. So basically, again, for that you need a good followers, right? People can trust upon you. And then if let's say you want to, you have used some product. I'm not saying that go for any random product. Take care. If you have used it, you find it amazing. So what they usually do, these big companies say that I will provide you a link, and depending upon a sale, how many sales you are doing. So depending upon that, maybe 10% or 20% you will be able to get on that particular revenue. That's what we call as affiliate marketing, and many people are earning many money with respect to that part as well. Any other thing? You can see there are so many ways, right? As of now, we have not touched upon any full-time job. Yes, again, sponsorships are there, right? Again, with respect to this data skills, if you will go to Upstocks, let's say, and you will try to see any mutual fund, you can see the history of that. Like within 3 years, how much return it is giving, 5 years, how much return it is giving. If you buy any stock, you can check it out. Now, if anyone is not aware about the statistical skills, the graphs, what they're indicating, what is this number is all about, how much risk is there, you will not able to spend, or if you will able to invest as well, you will be in a major risk. Again, for that, this data skill knowledge is required. You will be able to analyze data properly, right? And once you will be able to, maybe invest it in a proper investment per se, which can give you maybe 12% of the interest as well, you are leading as comparable to so many people around you, right? So all these things basically will help you in order to get that financial freedom. See, that is for sure, means at least as per my experience, I believe that if you are not working, when I'm saying not working, if you're not even thinking about other domains where you can earn money apart from your full-time job, definitely you cannot get this financial freedom. Because let's say if you have a good package also, after deduction of the taxes, how much you will be able to get? Let's say maximum how much? If first of all, director's position requires too much experience, right? Let's say if you are from a good college and your starting package is, let's say, in 50 lakhs or 40 lakhs, and you're starting from that journey also, after deduction, any number you can think of, like, do you think 50 divided by 12 is done to get the salary? No. First of all, fixed component is not that much huge. They will provide you some stocks, and which will be reimbursed if you will stay with them maybe 4 years, 5 years. That's a tactics which corporate usually does, right? Corporate people. So if let's say they will give you 20, 25 as the fixed proportion, after deduction of 30% of tax, you will be left with maybe 1 lakh or maybe 1.5. At max, let's say 2. Okay? Now you know that you have so many things to do, right? Within that income. So I again have, studied this particular line, and I remember that we can't limit after some point of time, our expenses. We cannot limit because maximum things are our needs. But what we can do is we can maximize our multiple income streams. But the problem is we are not even thinking about that. Once we get the job, oh बल्ले बल्ले अब तो जॉब लग गई, अब तो बस पार्टी करते हैं, छोड़ो, मंडे टू फ्राइडे काम करेंगे, सैटरडे संडे वो बैंगलोर में क्या जगह है, मैं तो भूल जाती हूँ, हाँ कोर मंगला, मैं तो एक दो बार गई हूँ, आई जस्ट वेंट 1 or 2 टाइम, आई वाज लाइक हाउ पीपल आर स्टेइंग हियर, सो मच हुल्ला 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 चल रहा था, oh my god, I was like how much frustrated people are in order to work in their company from Monday to Friday, that they don't have the patience. In Friday night itself शुरू हो जाता है वहां पे, right? So see, this is the trend going on where Monday to Friday हम मैनेजर्स की सुनते हैं, सैटरडे संडे को हम उड़ाते हैं, फिर मंडे टू फ्राइडे फिर से बैक वहीं चलता है. This is a cycle which just keep on going. And if you're okay with that, then it's fine. If you're okay with that, if you're not like कि कट रही है जिंदगी, अगर आपकी ये स्टेटमेंट नहीं है, आप खुश हो, then तो it is okay. Not everyone is expected to have that financial freedom. But if you will be like that, okay, no, I don't want to do the same thing for maybe at the end of my life. I want to spend my quality time with my family, right? I don't want to do this 9 to 5 job on a daily basis. Maybe after a few years, I want to take a break. I want to spend that quality time with my family. And I genuinely want to do whatever I want to do. Maybe I want to write a novel. I want to, travel. I want to see the world. Whatever dreams you are having, for that you have to first of all struggle very hard, right? So 9 to 5, again, this is also, I have, in the morning itself I have seen this quote. 9 to 5 years, 5 to 9 years of obsession of work would be better, right? And it will save us to do a lifetime 9 to 5 job. So anything cannot be built within a days. Obviously you have to be patient. At least you give yourself at least 5 years, I am saying, because any company also you are launching any YouTube channel, your own startup, it cannot be built within 1 year also. It will take some time. It will take some time, but at least you will keep on moving. People stop after few months, they will be like, nothing is coming up, so I will not do effort now. On Saturday, Sunday, I'm not saying don't party or don't go anywhere. Do it, but do it in a balanced way, where at least you have some time. Please try to invest it in terms of upskilling yourself. You know that you are working in something which is not that much demanding. Let's say, for example, today you are working in a company and you know that the skill which is required to complete that task is obsolete. Still, companies are doing. If you will ask any person who is working in SAP labs, because few of my friends are there, they say to me that, Priya, whatever we are working, no, we can't even explain to the interviewer, because these tools are only for that company itself, and the skill set required to implement these things are not something which is amazing. So at least you can try to build upon this skill set, right, when you have the time, so that you can easily switch to that company where current skill set is going on, so that you will be having an amazing experience in your resume, and people will respect you with respect to the knowledge that you have, will pay you. So don't be stick to it कि job है, महीने का salary आ रहा है, so it's okay, no, things are going on. Because when things will get bad, the tools like this AI based software engineers will come, layoffs will happen, you will be in a situation where you will be like, now what would I do? Because again, you can't learn anything in one day. It requires a lot of time. And when you have this time, why you are not utilizing it, right? You are wasting it. And then when things will go hard, you will be like, what should I do? और एक और स्टेटमेंट होती है, मेरे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों होता है, राइट? लास्ट में वी ऑलवेज से मेरे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों होता है, बट होता सबके साथ ही है, राइट? बट जो अच्छे दिनों में, व्हेन द थिंग्स आर गुड, व्हेन दे आर डूइंग द एफर्ट, दोज पीपल विल सर्वाइव, बिकॉज दे आर, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ऐसा नहीं होता कि आप रोज जिम जा रहे हो तो आपको कभी बीमारी नहीं लगेगी, राइट? यू विल बी ऑलवेज फिट, but the only thing is you are making your immune system better, so that if in future any problem will come in your body itself, your body will be able to survive. The same thing will happen here also. Skill set के साथ भी same thing है कि अगर आप काम कर रहे हो अपनी skill set के साथ साथ, job के साथ साथ, तो उस केस में क्या होगा कि when layoffs will happen, you can survive because you have the skill set. You will be like, it's okay, I can get another job. There are so many companies. You will not be in that fearful situation. What will happen? So you will not be that slave person. You have your own say in that part, and people understand that. They will respect you with respect to whatever things you are doing. And that confidence you will be able to get only by yourself. No one can give you. Because when you have the knowledge, no, confidence automatically comes up within your words, within your sayings, whatever you are saying. And when you are not having that knowledge, you will always be fearful कि पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा, oh, layoffs चल रहे हैं, what if the next number is of mine? I don't even know what will happen. What will I do? But if you have that multiple income streams, you will be relaxed. That it's okay. If this thing will happen, I have XYZ options also to explore. I will do that. My things will not stop. I will keep on going. And that is something which is very important to understand. Right? Let's move to the next part. What is the essential skill set required for mastering this data skills, right? We have talked about so much with respect to this data skill set, why it is required, how it can lead to financial freedom. The question is that how can we master this particular thing? So if you can see, first of all, obviously, when you are trying to analyze any data, you need to write a code. For that, you need to be proficient in any programming language. The most uh, understandable, easy, and comfortable to you all is Python, I believe. If you are from non-programming background also, you will be easily able to learn this programming language. Python is very, very easy. And if you already aware about C++, Java, then so it is very easy for you to learn. Then statistical analysis. There are core concepts of stats we have, descriptive stats, inferential stats. All these things are very, very important to understand so that you will be able to properly analyze your data. After that, data wrangling, how we will be able to collect the data, work upon that, pre-process that, right? Visualize that, data visualization. There comes different business tools as well. For example, just now I have talked about Excel, Power BI, Tableau, right? With the help of which we can analyze our data, visualize our data. How will it look, right? Then I have talked about predictive analytics, right? Few minutes back. So how we will be able to get the predictions based on the historical data by applying the algorithms which are available in machine learning, or you can say deep learning. Some advanced algorithms will go NLP. There are so many things, but yeah, machine learning is the core from where it all started. Critical thinking. What is the meaning of critical thinking? What is the meaning of critical thinking? Anyone? Hmm? Yes, decision making in a way. That if any bad situation come, how critically you will be able to think, right? How you can, handle that situation, whether you are panicking or you are very calm and trying to handle that situation properly, comes under critical thinking. How it comes? Experience, yes, that's true. Higher the experience you have, better knowledge you have, and you will be able to get that idea that how we can handle that situation. Any other thing? Creativity, yes. Any other thing? Anyone? Any other thing? Yes, failures can be a part. If you have faced so many failures in your life, we always say, right? People usually feel failures are something which is very bad. Or दिखाए भी ज़्यादा ना कि if someone gets failed, so people try to pull down, right? But failures, you will see that those who are very successful in their life, they have seen a lot many failures, right? They know that in this path, what is the problem that they can encounter. Okay, failures can be a good way, right? Any other way? Confidence, yes. If you are confident in yourself, if you have that belief system in yourself that you can handle that thing, definitely you can. And how you can get that confidence? Skill set, right? Skill set is required. And I think today, nowadays, meditation is also very important, right? If you can work upon yourself in terms of spending the quality time with yourself. We are usually spend time with our family members, right? We understand the importance of that, but many people still don't understand the importance of spending the quality time with ourselves as well, right? It's very, very important, so that you will be able to know who you are. After that, domain knowledge is required. What is the meaning of a domain knowledge? For example, let's say you are HR of a company, and now you want to enter into this domain of data analyst. So this domain knowledge is very important, which you already have. Similarly, let's say someone is doctor. he is from healthcare domain, so he have a good idea about healthcare data. Someone is, let's say, in banking, so he has an idea about the banking data. That is the meaning of a domain knowledge. So if you have a domain knowledge, it's a very, very plus point in whatever industry you're working in, right? Next is the communication skills. Again, I already have a great talk about this, that it's very, very important nowadays that before this, all these points, if let's say you have all these things in your skill set, but you're not good with the communication skills itself, then it's of no use. Because if you don't know how to showcase your skill set, no one will again respect you, will appreciate you, right? People will feel like, I have seen so many people, they're very good in terms of skill set, but they are shy. They don't know how to speak. They feel very fearful when they come on public, right? And because of this, they are lagging so many opportunities in their life. So please equally pay attention on your communication skills, specifically when you are speaking in public. In English, you should be fluent, right? You don't feel shy, nervous. These things should not happen. And these things will come with time, again with experience. If you are coming for the very first time, obviously everyone will feel nervousness, right? But if you will be like, I never go, I will not go, I will always be like this only, then that's the biggest issue. If you will be like, I will try, it's okay. If अगर मेरे पे लोग हंसेंगे तो क्या, it's okay, it's completely fine. First time होगा, second time होगा, third time होगा, fourth time होगा, fifth time I will be okay, right? Next is the problem solving. What is the meaning of problem solving? Let's say, whatever be the algorithms we have, whatever be the data sources that we have, DSA. How many of you have heard about DSA? So that is the main, I would say, root point to have good expertise over this problem solving skill set. Because the questions that we usually solve in DSA is, completely, created in such a way that you will be able to have a good command over this problem solving skill set. And the last thing is continuous learning. See, a few months back when ChatGPT came, I was like, now so people should have the knowledge of ChatGPT, because if someone will be not aware about this fact, maybe they will face a struggle. Because let's say if anyone is aware about ChatGPT and they are doing the task, they are doing their job within few minutes, someone is taking few days for that, and obviously company will hire that person who can do the task within minimum amount of time, right? That is what we want. After that, tools like software engineer, AI based came, right? So then I realized no, that was the individual organ, and now complete robot is coming up, right? Chat GPT is not a complete end-to-end tool. So basically, what I'm trying to convey here, that if let's say today you are feeling that this is a skill set which is important, tomorrow this might not be the same. You have to change your skill set depending upon the demands of the industry. And I'm saying it, every day new things are coming up. Instead of having that fear, what would I do? What if I'll not get the job? What if I will get the laid off? Try to spend your time in terms of learning continuously. Upskill yourself in whatever way you can. I feel, if you are spending your time in terms of upskilling yourself, maybe by doing self study, by doing self research, or by enrolling into any of the course, it's an investment for you. It's not something which is a burden for you. Don't consider that you are spending your money in terms of these stuffs. At least I have not put any budget on myself with respect to these things. If let's say I'm using chat gpt subscription, $20 per month, or Google Colab Pro, it's not a money expenses for me. It's an investment for me. I usually always write it in a bucket of investment, right? So if anything or everything, whatever you are using in terms of upskilling yourself, in terms of getting your task done, which is really helping you. For example, if let's say I bought this laptop very recently, and let's say this laptop cost me a huge amount of money. So is that an investment, or is that an asset, or it's a liability for me? Should I spend or not? It's an asset. But what people usually do when they go to parties, when they hang out with friends, they go to a very good restaurant, 5 star. We'll stay in 5 star hotel because that's an entertainment, and we are willing to spend on entertainment so much. Netflix per month subscription जा रहा है, it's okay, जाने दो. Amazon का जा रहा है, automatically लगे हुए हैं cards, and every month things are going and we don't even know. Credit cards and entertainment के लिए पैसे कहीं से भी जा रहे हैं, तो it's okay, it will be fine, right? But when in terms of having these things, whether it's be a laptop, it's be a course, it's be anything, where like we think so much whether we should spend or not, whether we should buy this thing or not, any pen, whether we should buy or not. Are you're not thinking about getting that subscription of Netflix, but you're thinking about getting a subscription of Chat GPT if it is usable to you. That is how our conditioning is, right, by the environment. But please try to think about it, that whether whatever things which helps me to upskill, it's not something where you cannot consider it as a desire. It's not an expense, it's your asset, because with the help of which you will be able to upgrade your knowledge and you will be able to earn more, right? So let's move ahead. How many of you have listened this particular video? Okay, it is working there, but it is not. How many of you have heard this video? So here, this is something which is nowadays very, very trending again, this news, where cognition based AI company, it's a US based company, which basically you can see Devin, AI based software engineer. They, first of all, I think they have named it like this way because they want that marketing to be done, not Chat GPT, something like that. The only thing which is important to understand here, that there is a lot of advancement which is going on, and as of now these things are not in public, but definitely it will be. So you can see that if we are not learning on a daily basis with respect to this particular part, then somehow we are we will not be able to lead it, right? So let me just stop this. So that's the important thing, that when as I was saying, that how many of you have heard this, use this chat GPT? Is there anyone who haven't used it on a daily basis? How many of you know how to write a better prompts? What is the meaning of prompting? Exactly. What kind of questions you should ask to the tool so that you will be able to get a desired result? So initially people will be like, there is a specific course designed happened where how to write a better prompt. There are so many courses people have launched, and now these kind of things are happening, right? So if, let's say, someone uh, have understood that point as well, that how to write a better prompts, might be that kind of skill set will not be valuable now when this kind of tools will come. So if you are thinking that, okay, now I know how to write a better prompt, I'm a prompt engineer, I know how to utilize that stuff to get the output, uh, now I can get a job. It's okay, you can get, but there is no guarantee that after 6 months that skill set is still valuable or not. So whatever is happening currently, you should be aware about that. You should try to start reading research papers, see the news based on AI, what kind of new things are happening, what currently companies are working on, right? Maybe Google, Microsoft, US based startups. Many companies are doing many amazing works. What kind of research is happening? How internally the algorithms are working? As of now, I have seen, but there is no such technical research paper they have as of now published, but definitely it will also come. But how many of you have seen how ChatGPT 4 is working? The premium version. What is the internal algorithm they're using? For that, we have a research paper. Everything we have. What is the meaning of LLMs, large language models? So if you are not curious enough, then this is something which really, is a stressing point, because nowadays it's very, very important to spend your self-study time on top of these things, right? So that you should have at least awareness about what technical things are happening in the market, and what things I know, what things I don't know. If I don't know, how should I learn? Check out the YouTube videos if it is there. Maybe any course is available. Maybe any mentor is available. Maybe I can get personal training from anyone. Whatever thing you can do to get the task done, you should do. That is the important point, right? So I think we are done with the presentation. So you haven't seen that video? So basically, that was a video by, I will share the blog post as well, the link of that, maybe to them, and then they will share with you all. And this presentation also they will share. In this, you have a video attached. So basically, what these guys have done, they are Cognition AI, US based startup is here. So what they have done, they have launched one AI based software engineer. So what that is doing, for example, they're writing any prompt to compare the things, right? Llama index, there is a, again, in chat gpt, then llama index things will come up in the past. So they try to do something with the API. So what they have shown is that automatically how that software engineer will be able to fix the bug, will be able to capture the APIs, use that and try to get the response. And then they try to compare the performance with the previous tools that we have. And what they have figured it out, that the accuracy, or you can say the error, is minimum in case of their tool that they have launched. So whatever task which any software engineer has done, that task, similar task, is done by that Devin. They have just launched a video as of now, just for the demonstration purpose. What is the technical skill set they have used? How they have done? As of now, that is not in a public. So far, like, I don't know, but yesterday only I have seen again. I didn't get that. Even there is a form which they have shared with everyone, just like GitHub Copilot when it came we don't have the access. We need to be in a wait list. Similarly, I have shared the form, I'm in a wait list. So once maybe if I'll get the access, I can show as well. So that is something which they have said that in future they will try to more optimize this particular product that they have, and they are guaranteeing it that it will do a better performance. That's why many people are in a fear situation that if AI tool is doing a software engineering job, then what would we do? There are a lot many people posting about the same on LinkedIn as well, right? So that is where this video is all about. They're showing the complete demonstration for the same. I would highly recommend for those who have not seen this video, please go check it out. At least read a blog which they have shared. Okay. So thank you so much for joining in. Now, if you have any queries, anything to ask, you can ask. And after that, we'll discuss few more things apart from this session. With respect to whatever things we have discussed so far, everything is clear. Yes.
How is machine learning and artificial intelligence?
Okay. So when you are saying artificial intelligence, AI, it's a bigger circle, you can say. It's a superset. Machine learning is a subset of that AI. It's a part of that complete machinery, artificial intelligence. Machine learning basically works when you have a historical data. So let's say you are in a banking domain and you want to do a prediction that whether a person should get the loan or not, whether his loan should be passed or not. So how will you check? Maybe you will check their, yes, his CIBIL score is there, right? You will try to check it out that how is his score is there, and depending upon that, you will make the predictions, that your model will make the predictions that whether a loan should be passed or it should not be passed. So machine learning basically deals with the historical data. So with respect to any domain, if you are dealing with the history of data you have and you want to make the predictions in future, what could be the possible outcome, that is where machine learning comes into picture. And in machine learning also, we are specifically dealing with two problems. One is classification. For example, just now the example which I gave you is a classification. Loan should be passed or should not be passed. One is regression, where you want to predict some continuous numbers. For example, let's say you will say, uh, in HSR layout, there are a lot many flats that I have. I want to do the prediction of a flat. Maybe today the rate is, let's say, for 2 BHK flat is 50 lakh. Maybe after 5 years, how much is the rate? So what you will do, you will maybe try to connect with the brokers, you will take the data set, do the prediction, and check it out. Maybe after 5 years, what could be the possible number which I will be able to get? So that's a part of a regression problem. For that, classification as well as regression, we have separate algorithms. What is AI? AI is an end-to-end build system. For example, the software engineer, end-to-end it is doing any task, right? Everything it is doing. So any robot, for example, when you go outside India, at least I cannot see anything in India in the restaurants. Usually waiters nahi aa rahe hain wahan pe. Robots are coming up to pick up the orders, giving to them. So complete machinery if you have, that's a part of AI, in which machine learning is there, NLP is there, deep learning is there, stats is there, programming is there, everything is there. Make sense? Any other doubt? So this is my LinkedIn profile and my YouTube channel. If you want, you can go and explore, right? And you can give me a connection request as well. So How many of you have already enrolled in the course? Anyone who is here? Okay. So there is one course which is already going on. Almost you can say half of the curriculum is finished. Second course is now launching of the complete data analytics program. So there are I think 4 campuses, right? You can see Bangalore, Pune, Gurugram, Noida. I'm leading the Bangalore one. Okay. So the complete course details will be here. Now, whatever be the skill set we have discussed just now, few minutes back, right? How can we master skill sets of data skills, right? All these things you will observe is already there in the curriculum. So I have talked few minutes back about Excel tool and how much it is important. Not only in the when you go to the job you will utilize that, but in a personal finance per se as well. Just now we have discussed. So we start our journey with the knowledge of that particular part. From scratch we will start. Usually students ask that uh, any prerequisite for this course. So I would say nothing as such. If you are comfortable with any one programming language, you are good to go, because everything will be covered up from a scratch, right? Nothing to be like, okay, he or she is already aware about this fact, because in the previous course also there are so many people who are from non-programming background. They're not even aware about any single programming language as well. So they are trying to cope up, and they really cope up very well. So by saying that, what I'm saying is everything will be taught here from scratch. We'll start our journey from the Excel. You can see starting with a very basic part and then moving towards the advanced functions, pivot tables, pivot charts, right? After that, this is the first week part. Then we will try to focus on visualizations, how we can do in the Excel part. What are the shortcuts that we have in Excel? Then next important journey we will start with respect to this SQL. See, whenever you're working with data, even I should mention there also SQL thing. I forgot to mention. So whenever you are working with the data, you have to access the data, right? You use the tools, for example, MySQL. Depending upon which industry you're working with, different tools are there, but obviously knowledge will remain same. Technical idea will remain same. So we will be focusing on the SQL commands. People usually know about very basic stuffs of SQL, how we can do the insertion, selection, but there's a lot more about that. Window functions, CTE, optimizations, all these things are there. So we will discuss everything in a very detail with respect to the SQL part. So you can see that we will try to discuss about the fundamentals. Again, we will start from scratch. Then we will retrieve data with select statements, aggregation, grouping, window functions, joins, subqueries. Again, at the very end, we will try to work upon the live projects, because until or unless you are not aware that whatever knowledge you have, how you can showcase them in the resume, that's again of no use, right? So we need to work upon the things in such a way that if, let's say, you are in an industry and you are working with the any project, you will be able to cope up. There is a guy in the very first batch of data analytics. He's a quite professional. He's having a very good experience and is in a managerial position. So he joined the course in the hope that, because he won't be able to understand anything with respect to the data part, SQL part. So he said that, Priya, I'm not joining here because I want to get any job or I want to shift. I have limited knowledge. That's the major reason, and I want to. I'm facing a lot many difficulty because I'm in a leading position, and I won't be able to understand the technical stuff, and it feels so bad to me, right? So now when we have completed this SQL portion, he's like, now I'm very happy. Few days back only, whatever commands you just taught us, I have used it in my industry, and it feels so amazing to me that, okay, now I am able to cope up, right? So that's the major reason that, with respect to the industry per se, whatever work people are in SQL, with respect to that standards only, we will try to do the projects. After that, we will work with a Python programming language. As I told you, this is important to have a proficiency in any one programming language. We will work upon Python because it has so many packages with the help of which we will be able to easily, utilize the functions, get the analysis done very, very easily. That's why we will discuss from scratch again variables, data types, basic operations, list, tuple, dictionary, everything in Python. So that if anyone who is not aware about Python programming, they will also able to understand. Then how we can do data manipulation with the pandas, NumPy, EDA. All these are the steps of data pre-processing. So when you get the data, it's a raw data. It's not a filtered data, right? So you have to work upon that data a lot. And these techniques, which we will discuss in this part, will help you to pre-process that, to filter that, to get the quality data, which we can work upon to access any of the records we want via SQL commands, to make dashboards via Excel, via Power BI. So after that, once we will be able to finish with the data visualization part, then we will work upon stats, right? Obviously, even in the above part also, we will work upon the statistical part where we will talk about hypothesis testing, right? Mean, median, mode, outliers, box plots, everything we will discuss. And at the very end, you will see that we will be discussing about the Power BI. So the complete end of the sessions will be there where the Power BI will be discussed so that we will be properly able to analyze the data pretty well. Remaining sessions are there, for example, art of storytelling. These sessions are basically used to help you all to understand that this technical skill set is not enough. Again, until or unless you don't know how to tell your projects to the interviewer, again, it won't make sense. So the few sessions are designed in such a way that it will help you to crack the interviews. I'll also help you out in order to create the resumes at the very end. How can we create, right? In between, we can have a lot of session discussion. What kind of questions interviewers can ask from you with respect to this topic or that topic. So this is the complete curriculum. You can just check it out at your end. The sessions will be start from next week, next Saturday, means 26th, I believe, if I'm not wrong, or 23rd. What's the date? Next week, Saturday? Anyone who can tell me? 23rd. Okay. So next Saturday, we will start our journey with respect to this batch, right? If you want, you can also ask from the previous students who are already enrolled, how is the journey they are, they will be able to understand or not. Also, from today's workshop, also, you must get the idea that how she is teaching and everything. Still, if you have a doubt, you can go to my channel. You can check out my videos. Already, there are a lot many videos of machine learning, data analysis. You can see the way of teaching, and then, if you see that okay, I don't have this much knowledge, whatever is written here, and I want to upskill in that, please go ahead, and I will make sure that every session, whatever I will take in the complete curriculum, when you will enter, I always say to the previous students as well, when you enter in the room and when you go out, always have a thought that what new you have learned, and I will make sure that something new at least you will learn, because physical sessions, I think, demands more commitment as comparable to virtual. You are spending more time in terms of commuting as well. So it's my huge responsibility also to deliver you that whatever you want, right? In terms of the skill set part. So that's why uh, I don't think there is something uh, which will stop us in order to get that better position. But still, if you have any sort of doubt, team is there, right? You can ask from them, and then students are there, you can ask from them. Teaching part, if you have any doubt, my own platform is there. What else better you can expect? Because I don't believe every mentor can have their own YouTube channel where you can have access to watch the videos and style of teaching. But I'm very fortunate, and you are very fortunate that you can have that opportunity. It's a one session only, but you can have hundreds of sessions because hundreds of videos are available. So you can go check it out, see the way of teaching, whether it's in a or not. Because yes, everyone cannot be in a sync with a mentor. Maybe someone wants, that she's teaching very slow. Some people say she's teaching very fast. So is it better in terms of your own pace? If you are comfortable, if you're feeling like that, again you can go and check out the LinkedIn profile of mine. If you will feel that okay, she's something which can teach us, have credibility enough, then please go and explore. Okay? So this is what I want to say. Thank you so much for coming here and giving me this much amount of time for this workshop. It really means a lot to me. If you have anything to ask, anything to share, now we are open. Anything? Okay.
As you heard about Excel and SQL, there are many other tools like Notion, Airtable you might have heard, where we can visually join the tables. How can in your future, if those tools are applied in the companies, how can we tackle this?
So it's something like similar to programming languages. Just few minutes back, I told you that if you're comfortable with any one programming language, you will be easily able to get a command within few days with respect to other programming language as well. For example, let's say someone said that, I'm not comfortable with Python. And I'm saying that you are comfortable with C++. He said yes. I'm saying then you will be able to understand within 15 days or 20 days. Same thing you are asking from me. So if you're comfortable with Excel, Power BI, it won't take too much time to you to get that comfortableness in terms of other tools. And when you join any company, they will give you some time. They will give you training as well. Obviously, we cannot cover up all the programming languages, all the tools. But at the same time, when we join the company, every company's programming language will be different. Their code writing is different. So we have to be flexible enough. And that is what we call as learning. So we are limited to our this particular part portion, but as far as I feel, once you will be able to get an idea about these stuffs, because foundation will remain same, above things will can change, tools can change, so you will be easily able to be get that idea that how can I use that particular tool as well, because similar functionalities will be there. A very bit of changes required. For example, in few companies R can be used, not necessarily that Python will be the one. Now if you will go and check out the R programming, not 100% similar obviously, but definitely you will be able to get an idea, right? Right? How can I write a code? Right? Loops are same, variables are same, data types are same. The way to represent them is different. That's it. That the same thing will go here as well, right? Similarly for SQL, we are using MySQL Workbench, but companies can use other tools as well. But commands will remain same. Very few minor changes will be there, but you will be able to get that. Any other question?
So do you have any course related to cloud computing, cloud infrastructure,
No, not as of now.
we
I'm having one question related to this course content. So whatever modules we'll be covering, for example, SQL, Python, data visualization. So will there be a theoretical approach or hands-on approach?
No theoretical approach. Practically everything will be there. We will try to understand side by side while doing a practical implementation. So on a daily basis, you have to take your laptop with you, and everything from code part to the SQL part, each and everything will be done practically. So you and I, we both will write a code side by side.
And second question would be like, so every module will have a separate project or only one project?
No, separate.
Separate project.
Every module will be having separate project, right? And then at the end of the day, I can give you a task that now combine everything. You have bits and pieces of projects of everything. So I will give you one major task where you will try to utilize everything, whatever you have covered up in terms of practical implementation. So, but module wise, we will do separate projects. Okay. Any other doubt anyone is having? Maybe let me see in the chat window.